accumulated the resources to be able to have a platform where I can inspire and create impact and, shed a light to stories like yours. I think as I'm getting older, I'm getting towards, I guess, the middle of my life. It's sort
Wait,
of
how old are you?
30, I'm about to turn 35 this year.
I hope that's not your middle.
No, I mean, it's not, I hope it's not, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not 21 anymore. But what I'm saying is I have a
Well, I just
little,
turned 55 and not, so I 110 has always been my,
you want
so
to get to 110?
I'm just turning the back nine.
So you're the same age as my dad. Yeah, my dad's 55. My dad had me young. So
Oh, good.
yeah, my dad had me.
Now I'm regretting asking your age and sharing mine.
Yeah, exactly. My dad's 55, so you're my dad's
But you
age.
met my son in New York.
I did.
Yeah.
He's tall as hell. So taller than me. But sort of that whole purpose path. I've heard so many people say that, but you're actually somebody who's actually living it and actually giving back. Like a lot of people say it as like a hot button thing. Yeah, I want to give back. I want to inspire. I want to
Mm.
impact. But when it comes to actually doing it, they don't do it either enough. They don't do it in a way that's impactful, or they're using it sort of like as a disguise for their own benefit. But sort of like sitting down with people like you sort of like gets me even more inspired to continue this path of just like going around and like highlighting these stories. And like for somebody who wants to get 5 to 10 minutes of my time when they email me, I'm sort of like, yeah, like, I'll take out the time. I've spoken to my mentees at 3 in the morning when I was living in the Middle East, or, at some inconvenient time to me, because I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't know how this is going to impact them, but if it's beneficial, then I left the
Mm.
world a better place. And then sort of like it's so refreshing to hear somebody say that and to actually see like a physical representation of what that can lead to, and sort of creating community and creating a collective. But with that, so you're younger, your younger self. How did you land at Nike? Because obviously people are gonna look at this podcast like, wow, like he's gonna give me the golden nugget as to how I landed at
Okay.
Nike. But that's not the case,
Here's how you
because
do it.
back then it was a lot different than what it was today. It probably is today. So how did it happen for you back then?
Well, on that note, like I will share, I don't think I could put together a portfolio. Like if I had to start from scratch, yeah, I don't think I'm not the right talent. I don't have the right, I don't know what's the best way to put it, but I don't, with what's expected of people today and what companies and others are looking for, I don't think I'm not the guy.
So what would you say companies are not singling anybody out, but what would you say in general they're looking for now as opposed to what they were looking for when
I'll
you were?
just say like I joke, the fire emojis on Instagram seem to go a long way.
They do.
And I've actually been in situations with some of those people. I honestly can't even say, and I'm not belittling that talent. Like there's some people that are doing amazing eye candy visuals that are insane, like so cool, so inspiring, amazing, love what they do. Let's just say that. But to be a footwear designer, we're being specific to footwear, you have to know how to go from that. I tell people to go from that to use, on a performance situation, whether it's an NBA court, an Olympic track and field, whatever it may be, there's a Grand Canyon sized gap that you have to be a part of filling. It's not like, hey, here's what it looks like, and somebody else is going to engineer it. No, that's not design. That's styling,
Right.
right? Design is about form and function. That's your job, is to go from seeing an opportunity in the world, of what should exist and could be better, to creating that physically and getting it back to that population that you found the insight from,
Right.
because they're looking for it, or they don't even know that it's something that they needed. Like that's the best thing, right? Is the Henry Ford thing about, if you asked the population what they wanted, they just wanted a faster horse.
Yeah.
All right. He had the insight of like, well, maybe I can do better. Maybe I can provide something that will help the world move better, move faster, whatever. Sponges, dominoes, and butterflies. Those are the three things that I've come to believe in, and you can read them on my Instagram. So soaking up the world around you.
Right.
Dominoes in terms of just creating positive momentum. Who knows where this is going to go? Who knows who's going to be listening to this? I say something, you say something that's meaningful to someone else, and it changes their trajectory. And then the butterfly effect of like what we think is insignificant. An hour out of my Saturday, come meet with you, that flew all the way here from New York. That one thing that you and I said may end up creating big change that we don't even realize. And you and I can already tell, birds of a feather flock together. You and I don't care, right? Well, we care that we're doing this because we believe in that butterfly effect. We
Yep.
believe that some small act from us could create big change in the future for someone else.